All right, next on the docket, Shane, South Florida at Florida. Gators favored by 24 points. The over-under 60. This game kicks off at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central on SEC Network. And they played last season, Shane. Florida won 42-20. Who you got in the bowl game?
Oh, Mike, this one took me a minute. It really did. I went round and round with it. At first, my first reaction, my gut reaction was that Florida was just going to beat the brakes off South Florida.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking about, well, what if they're hungover? What if they're thinking about the Tennessee game? I'm not saying South Florida's a trap game, but, I feel like, and something that you talked on earlier, and you and I both talked on, is that we feel like this is a team that they want to try different things.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to. They have to. They got to find some more weapons on that offense. They got to continue relentless pressure on that defense. But I think they're going to gamble a little too much in this one. And I think that's what's going to make this game closer than what Vegas thinks. So I'm not saying, even though the score kind of looks like it is a ball game, I feel like it's a backdoor situation that South Florida kind of gets back into it at the tail end.
Right.
But I don't think they worry about it at all, but I just don't think it's the blowout that you guys would want. So that all that being said, I think Anthony Richardson gets right, but I think he throws a couple of picks here. And not because he's a bad quarterback, because they have to. They got to work on this stretching the field, because you got to stretch the field in the SEC this year. That being said, I've got Florida 38. South Florida covering 28.
Damn, why you hate them Gators, Shane?
I don't hate the Gators. It seems like if you were to paint a perfect trap game, it's this.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming off a loss, you're expecting to win, and then you got Tennessee Vols right around the corner already talking shit. So it's
Right.
it seems like the ultimate trap game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got South Florida, and again, an inferior opponent. But there's some things you got to work out, some kinks, and I think it's going to be aggressive.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the most aggressive play calling you've seen from Billy since he's been down there, and that may get him in trouble a few times.
Well, Shane, let me tell you why you may be 100% right. Florida Gators dead last in the SEC in scoring, 22.5 points per game. Now, I think if you're a Florida fan, obviously you say, well, hell, we played Utah, we played Kentucky. And that's probably, no, not even probably. That's the toughest slate any team in the SEC has had. So there is reason it's down there. But this will be the game, Shane, where if they stay hovering around that 22 or 30 points, there is going to be cause for concern. I really do think. Gary Bohannon, the South Florida quarterback, though, Shane, I mean, he is off to a rough start in 2 games. 170 passing yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And how about this, Shane? We know Billy Napier and the Florida Gators, they're all about running the ball.
Yeah.
South Florida, 127th in the country in stopping the run. They allow over 240 rushing yards per game. But kind of like we're saying, we have got to get Anthony Richardson in a rhythm. So do you just lean on this team and blow them out on the ground and go into the Tennessee game not having your quarterback getting those reps? I don't think that's going to be the game plan because you can lean on that anytime. South Florida also 124th in the country in third down conversions. So this offense is not going to get anything going on the Florida Gators. I really don't think. Last season, this was Anthony Richardson's breakout game. 3 for 3 passing, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 rushes, 115 yards on this defense. Give me the Florida Gators, and I like the Gators to cover, Shane. 45 for them Gators. South Florida, 13.
Ooh, dog.
This one it really could come down to the wire here. Not the game, but the point spread here. I totally see why you would take South Florida in the points, but right now I'm taking the Gators.
Okay. All right, man. You're wrong, but we'll see. I'll remind you.
Now, how about this one, Shane?